Well, hello there, and welcome to this week's edition of the SPI Chamber Today Show. I'm Jeanette, President and CEO of the South Padre Island Chamber of Commerce. Behind the camera, we have Diana, our Marketing Director. And back at the office, we've got Beverly, who's taking care of all of our members and future members. So, you may ask yourself, where are we here today? We are here at the lovely South Padre Island golf course at the farmers market that happens the
first and third Tuesday of every month.
First and third Tuesday of every month. And that's not why we're here. We are here to talk to Peggy from Peggy's Cakes and More, where the more has gotten out of control. And once you hear what she has going on, you'll understand how out of control it is. Because not only does she appear at almost every farmer's market in the area, but she also does, a little catering now and then on the side. So thank you for having us here today, and thank you for being here. So tell us about yourself and what got you started in the catering business.
Long story short, I have an autistic son who was allergic to 62 different food items. And he couldn't have dyes, he couldn't have gluten, and nobody 20 years ago knew what gluten-free was. So I had to learn how to feed the child. So I started growing my own vegetables, and we grew our pork and cattle, and I started hunting because it was easier to go out and shoot a deer for organic meat than it was to find organic meat in the valley at the time.
Oh my goodness.
So then I grew too much stuff, which turned into the canning stuff because I had so many vegetables and I needed to do something with them. So that's how that came about. And he couldn't have dyes, and most jellies have dye, so that's how the jellies came about.
Wow. Well, that's a wonderful story. So you did this all because he needed to eat.
He needed to eat.
But it was impossible to find a place to buy the food that he can eat.
We were going to Austin once a month and loading up because up there they had some gluten-free items and stuff, but they were so over-processed and expensive and didn't taste very good.
Yeah.
So that's how I came about doing all the gluten-free and vegan stuff, and my gluten-free stuff doesn't taste gluten-free. You won't have that weird gritty aftertaste. So
wonderful.
I do a lot of gluten-free wedding cakes and groom's cakes and just a lot of gluten-free items in general.
So that's interesting to know. We talk about it quite a bit on the show of people that have those dietary restrictions, whether it's just a choice or it's just you just have to, like in your son's case. So it's nice to know that you all have options for gluten-free catering and breads. We have some breads here. We have some peach cobbler here that's gluten-free. So that's really important.
I also have a dedicated gluten-free oven because a lot of people don't realize how easy it is to cross-contaminate, and those that are truly sensitive to gluten, a little bit of gluten does a lot of damage to them. So we have a dedicated gluten-free oven. We don't cross-contaminate. If you have a convection oven and you cook something in it that is not gluten-free, there is no way to get that oven clean enough to legitimately be gluten-free. So we invested in an oven that is just for gluten-free items.
That's important because a lot of I'm learning a lot just because Diana has to be gluten-free, and it really is interesting when you start learning about how easy it is to be exposed to gluten when you really, really can't. So that's a great option. Now, we're going to show a video at the end of your new smoker. Tell us about that kind of food.
So that wasn't even in the cards 3 months ago, and a cousin up in Kentucky had this fabulous smoker that I never thought he would want to sell, but circumstances changed and it came available, and it sat available for 5 weeks, and so I just decided to buy it. And now I have built a smoker room and have a smoker, and we're doing ribs and all different kinds of barbecue, brisket. We smoked some fish a couple of weeks ago that was amazing, which is funny that I say that because I don't like seafood.
Oh my.
But the smoked fish was really good. So we're just expanding, and the smoker allows us to do bigger catering jobs. So now, we can do 350 people pretty easily.
Wow.
Without me, I am out of space in my kitchen. I have maxed out the power and the space, and so this helps out with that situation.
This is just you.
Right.
This is just her prepping, cooking, putting the items on display. If you haven't had a chance to see any of the pictures on her Facebook page of some of the spreads she's put together, you really should check it out. And so you're kind of limitless on what you can do for a catering event.
Yes, absolutely. We would, if you need something, we will figure it out. So, and then I have lots of really good friends that do come in and help when I have gone crazy in bookings, and you know, if you want to see me, you have to come to the kitchen, because that's where I'm at.
Yes, it sounds like it.
If I'm not at a farmer's market, I'm in the kitchen making something, or trying to make the jellies and all this stuff to refill the truck.
Sure. So, if you haven't been to a farmer's market, we have several of them here in the area. This one here at the golf course. There's one on the island, which is the first.
It's every Sunday.
Every Sunday
at the shores.
So if you haven't been to an event where she's catering, you can always catch her at one of the farmers markets, or try to get invited to the next event she's going to be catering at, so that you can see the full array of everything that she has to offer. Well, thank you so much. It's fascinating to know about how you got started and where you're going, and it really has gotten out of control. So don't forget, you can check her out on Facebook. You have a website?
I do. It's PeggysCakesRGV.com.
PeggysCakesRGV.
And that's the same thing on Facebook and Instagram.
There you go. So you can find her in all those places, as well as, again, at the farmers markets. And don't forget, at the end, we're going to be showing how that fabulous smoker is doing some goodness to all kinds of meats and fishes. So thank you so much again. And thank you all for being with us again this week. And until next time, we'll see you on the beach.